I love a roulade cake. It is way easier to assemble than a layer cake, but looks just as impressive on the table. So this is how we roll a roulade in the Southern Living Test Kitchen. You want to take your cake out of the oven and let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then sprinkle the entire surface very liberally with powdered sugar. We're going to turn this cake out onto this parchment paper. When you sprinkle it with powdered sugar, that'll keep it from sticking. So we're going to turn it out onto this piece of parchment paper. This is a little scary, but you can do it. Ready? Perfect. So once you have it turned out, you want to very gently peel the bottom piece of parchment paper off the cake. It should come off pretty easily. The roulade is still a little bit warm, but that's what we want because we're going to trick it right now into having a roulade shape. And we're going to do that by gently rolling it, using the parchment paper as our guide, into a roulade. You want to be gentle with it, but you want to roll the roulade pretty tightly. So after you've rolled the roulade, you want to tuck under the ends to help it keep its shape and let it cool to room temperature. Now I've got one here that's already been cooled. And what we're going to do is gently unroll it. And if you see any cracks in it, don't worry about it. You'll cover them up with the frosting. We're going to take our filling and you want to spread it onto the cake, leaving about an inch on the sides. And at the farthest end from you, you want to also leave about an inch. And that way when you're rolling it, it won't spill out of the sides of the cake. Okay, so we've got our frosting and a nice even layer on the cake, and now it's time to roll again. So be sure to use the parchment paper as your guide. It really helps. But this time, don't roll the parchment into the cake. You just want to roll it just like this. And use the parchment to help push the cake along. And you want to roll it tight, but again, you want to be gentle. And when you get to the end, you just want to tuck the parchment paper under to help it keep a nice shape, and then figure out where the seam of the cake is, and you want to put that seam on the bottom on the counter. And keep it rolled up until you're ready to serve it.